The Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. Corteva Agriscience is the only U.S.-based major agriscience company completely dedicated to agriculture. We bring our global presence, deep knowledge, and diverse resources so that farms can flourish, moving our world forward.
I'm joined right now by Red Rock Central Junior Vander Mathiowetz, our Athlete of the Week this week. Congratulations, Vander.
Thank you.
Let's go back to Saturday's section tournament. And coming into the tournament, you look at the team tournament and just how JCC dominated the tournament. How did that play into your approach for the individual portion of the tournament, knowing that sooner or later you're going to run into Vancouver?
I knew that I just had to get through the first match, and then I was in the semifinals, and then if I knew I won that, I was pretty confident that I would be in the state tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that semifinal match against Wolf from Adrian, like you said, was pretty critical because both of you have had a little bit of a tough time scoring points against Vancouver. Take me through that semifinal match. What were you able to do?
I wanted to get a takedown early and be able to wear him out on top. And second period, I knew I had to score some points. And third period, he throws down. So, I'm pretty good on top. And if I could ride him out, I think I'd close the deal on that match.
Mm-hmm. That put you in the championship match against Vancouver, and he's a tough guy to score against.
Yeah.
What was he able to do to keep you from getting to your offense?
He kept good positioning. He never really got out of position. He couldn't really get many shots off, and it kept it a close match.
Mm-hmm. But after that semifinal win, I imagine that you probably aren't really looking out of the corner of your eye at what's going on the third place mat, but you have a pretty good idea of what's going on. And when Wolf won that third place match, that guaranteed you were going to state.
Yeah.
What was the feeling like when it finally hit you that you were going to the state tournament?
I guess I didn't really know until after the match and the coaches told me, but I was excited because that was my goal this year, is to make it to state.
When you look back at last season, coming into that it was a different kind of tournament. You had the super sectional down in Wyndham, and you kind of rolled through the first day of the tournament up in Wabasso, but you get to Wyndham and it just wasn't clicking for you. How did that motivate you going forward into this season?
Well, I knew I was good enough to go to state, so I had to, obviously work hard to get there. But yeah, if I wouldn't have made it, I would have been disappointed.
Mm-hmm. This season you've kind of bumped around a little bit to wherever the team kind of needed you. You went down to 170 a little bit. I have seen you wrestled up at 195 at some point, but you kind of settled in at 182, and I imagine that's part of that is you're not making a weight cut that's super uncomfortable, but the other part of it is that's just where you feel comfortable as a wrestler.
Yeah, 170 was a tough cut. It wasn't easy, and I think 195 is just too big for me. I'm not big enough for that weight class. So I think 182 is just the best fit for me.
Looking ahead, you head up to the state tournament. I imagine you're probably heading up there tomorrow at some point. You wrestle on Friday. I think you're the second session for Class A is second session, so about 11 o'clock or so. Have you had a chance to get much of a scouting report on your first round opponent, who I think is the kid from New York Mills?
I know PJ Bach had posted on Facebook that he made it to state last year at 170. I don't think he placed there. His football team made it there this year. I think he's a decent athlete. It'll be a good match.
What are your expectations for the weekend? And I imagine on the one hand, it's a good learning experience for somebody that's never participated in the state tournament. But I imagine you've got your bar set a little higher.
Yeah, my goal this year is to make it to state, but now that I made it, my goal is to place or at least get top 6. Probably winning 9th grade state. I think I can remember most of that match. Well, I have a lot of it mixed in there, but a lot of rap and not too much country. Probably Caleb and Kira. It's a good match for me. Probably quiet, and I lead by example more than saying stuff to them. I like to go hunting and fishing a lot.
Well, that should be all we need. Congratulations on qualifying for the state tournament. Best of luck this weekend up there, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Corteva Agriscience is the only U.S.-based major agriscience company completely dedicated to agriculture. We bring our global presence, deep knowledge, and diverse resources so that farms can flourish, moving our world forward.